If I can like prove to you that Jesus isn't God, would that conclude that he's not the Most High?
Yeah.
So he has two natures, right? The divine nature and the human nature. So according
Yes,
to
he
his
has two
human,
natures.
so according to his human nature, is he like a truly God?
According to his human nature?
Yeah.
What sense does that make, brother? Come on. Are you playing with me? What do you think Christians believe? What is the incarnation?
I'm not sure.
So the incarnation is the concept where the person of the Son, God, takes on flesh. Basically, he takes on another nature. Okay. So him already having a divine nature, he then also takes on a human nature.
Yeah.
Without
So
the two natures mixing, these are two distinct natures that are united in this person.
Yeah, but like that's a contradiction then. Don't you see the contradiction there?
What's a contradiction?
A contradiction is where two things can't be at the same time.
In the same way, in the same sense, right?
Yeah. So like a square circle, you can't have a square circle, right?
Because you're saying that the shape is a square and a circle at the same time in the same way.
Yeah.
Right. So that's impossible. That's a contradiction. So we're not saying that Jesus is divine, right? Is God in the same way, in the same sense that he's human. What we're saying is that Jesus is both God and man, divine and human. He's immortal and has on mortality in two different aspects, two different categories. That's why it's not a contradiction. In the other category, he has a human nature.
So is that human nature
not divine nature?
Yeah. So the human nature is not God then, right?
It's not a divine nature. The person is God because he has a divine nature.
Okay, but Jesus fluctuates between his human nature and divine nature. You would agree, right?
No, there's no fluctuating between.
So when he was a human being, he was all powerful?
Yes.
He was the all knowledgeable?
All powerful.
But he depends on his mother, no?
When he took on a human flesh and he relegated himself to human limitations.
So how is that not a contradiction then?
Because it's via his human nature. It's not via the divine nature. We're not saying that he's independent and dependent in the same way, in the same sense. These are two different categories in which he takes on dependency or takes on mortality, right?
Okay.
Takes on the finite, all via his human nature. Whereas he is independent, infinite, all powerful and all this kind of stuff via his divine nature.